Hey, good afternoon, friends. It is just about 10 to 5 here. We're going to get started on this webinar and slash seminar that I'm going to put out today to really help you get a control of your debt and help you manage your cash flow better. I think, and the reason I decided to do it was a lot of my clients recently, have told me, they're living paycheck to paycheck and we're just trying to make ends meet. And you can easily see how that is, especially in the Toronto area with, a $2,000 a month mortgage, 2 car payments, some debt. Easily, it can get out of hand quickly. So today we're gonna, I'm gonna go through, basically look forward to a brighter future and how we're gonna help you do that. So we're gonna go through a few things. We're gonna go through the presentation. And at the end, if you have any questions, just stop or send me a message and I'll tell you how you can reach out and we can go from there. We're just going to take a minute to share the screen here, and we'll get started. Okay, so there we go. Let's run this like that. Perfect. All right, so my name is Blake Linklater. I'm a consultant or a financial advisor with Investors Group, but this little presentation is just a seminar on how to look forward to a brighter future and manage some of that debt that a lot of clients are having and a lot of people I talk to are having. So just some legal notes here. I'm going to give you a minute to read that. Okay. All right, so ask yourself the following. Do any of these sound familiar? You're spending more money than you make? You're living paycheck to paycheck. You regularly use multiple credit cards. Your line of credit is maxed. You depend on overdraft protection. If you answered yes to any of these, today's seminar is going to be able to help you. And I know from experience, at times I've answered yes to some of these. So you've probably thought that investing or adding to what you already have, but there just never seems to be anything left. And how do we do that? In a world where it runs on credit, it's way too easy to carry too much debt in too many places. And you're not alone. In a survey done by Investors Group in 2004, so Canadians were asked when deciding how much money to put in their RSP, what's the most important, compelling, and competing financial obligation? And among the top 3 answers were reducing debt and funding family expenses. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cover basically the plan by Investors Group and how it can help you develop a roadmap to help you prosper and now and over time. And our personalized process is going to help touch on those rapid on major activities. We're going to get control of your day-to-day activities. We're going to chart a course. So basically we're going to start, where are you now? Where do you want to go? And how do we help you get there? For your long-term goals, such as buying a house or retiring comfortably. And we're going to build a financial safety net for you. So basically, the first step, it starts with cash management. We're going to help you. Gaining control through proper cash management, it's a critical component of any plan. And it's important for you to have the capacity to pay for unplanned purchases, such as that emergency car repair, to withstand a change in income or employment, and to meet other financial goals, such as early retirement or kids' education as well. Your day-to-day cash flow is successfully managing your debt. So one of the things we have to do is understand debt, and taking action on debt management and wrapping it up, all your hopes and dreams for the future, into a solid plan will help you look forward with confidence. But debt's a complex concept, and not all debt is good, and yet not all debt is bad. So when it's used intelligently, it can be effective. Most good debt produces cash flow. Rental properties is a good example. Mortgage debt is good debt because it's used to purchase real estate and appreciates in value. And as you know, in the Toronto and Vancouver area, home prices have skyrocketed in the last little while. So you can see that it's a good debt. On the other hand, bad debt, such as disposable items, or putting it on your credit card, is just going to incur, and it's going to have little value on anything. and it could be weighing you down, all that bad debt. So debt consolidation, I've done myself, and it's an effective way for you to regain control of your finances, ease cash management, and generate savings and reduce stress, as well as establish a repayment plan to get you on track in servicing your balances, to establish and actually eliminating them. All right, so how can a debt consolidation work for you? I think one thing I want to caution is when you do the debt consolidation, you don't want to get back into that same scenario. Not a good thing. So how can I help you? It's going to eliminate high interest, high cost loans such as credit cards into one lower cost loan, education loans, line of credit. If you own a home, you can consolidate your debt through a home equity line of credit. You'll pay a lower interest rate. Like if you have a Sears card or something that's paying 28%, you can lower that to like 4 or 5%. And that lower rate is going to help keep your payments a bit lower and create additional cash flow. Make sense? Good. How do you qualify? So there's the 5 C's of debt. And even when you apply for a mortgage, these 5 C's they look at them: character, capacity, credit, capital, and collateral. Character is the important piece. Do you have a sense of responsibility? If you run into problems, are you still going to attempt to fulfill your obligation? Capacity is, are you going to be able to repay the loan? Do you have the ability to do it? What are your financial circumstances? And how is your ability to earn an income? Lenders have a couple of terms: your gross debt and your total debt service ratio, which they use to determine your capacity. Your gross debt is simply your monthly housing costs divided by your gross monthly income. And then your total debt is your entire monthly debt load, adding in, car payments, credit card payments. Then there's credit, so how much available room you have by your credit score. And then capital, what evidence is there your ability and willingness to save and accumulate assets are all important things. I'm just going to shut the door. No, that's a light, actually. I wonder if we can do that and adjust it. That's a little better. So those are all things they're going to look at for you. And then collateral is, what's the security? Is it a home? Is it car, or is there anything? So let's go through a little example. Mario and Julie, and we're going to see how a debt consolidation freed up their cash flow and help them regain control of their finances. And I'm going to drink out of this big brown mug. Okay. So Mario and Julie, before consolidation, you can see here they have a $75,000 mortgage with a monthly payment of $839 and an interest rate of 6.25%. They have a $10,000 personal loan with an annual rate of 10%. And honestly, some of these numbers, their 6% mortgage may seem a bit high now, but we're coming up to some of those rates where 6 could come back into play. I mean, right now I think there's a few 5 years that are 4 or 5%. So, and that at least you're going to have to qualify on. They have a $10,000 car loan with an annual interest rate of 7% and a monthly payment of $198. They have $3,000 a credit card, and then a department store like Sears or Home Depot, where the monthly payment is $46.92, but the rate is like 26%. So that's their balance. Take a minute, just go take a look at all that. Their monthly payment on all those is $1,343. Where on today's mortgage, that could easily be double, almost, in some of the people I've run into. So take a look at it, and we're going to go on to the next one. So Mario and Julie after consolidation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Mario and Julie, put all their debt payments into one and into a all-in-one checking account, we call it. And we're going to consolidate all those debts. So you got the balance of $100,000, a monthly payment of $1,343 and an annual rate of 4.25. So basically, by putting them all into one, they now have a $100,000 loan at a rate of 4.25, and monthly payments are the same. But your interest payments over 1 year, you're going to save almost $2,953 and 31 cents. That's how much savings you're going to have in interest over the course of the year. And over 5 years, it's $12,000, 772 that you're going to save and put back in your pocket for other financial goals. So how does it work? So by maintaining the same payment amount, and when you maintain the same payment amount on all the loans, including the mortgage, you're going to repay it off in 8 years and 4 months. So it's pretty astonishing to me. The remaining amortization on the loan was 10 years, but by consolidating it, it's now down to 8 years. So what is this all-in-one, you may ask? Basically, all-in-one, it provides access to 65% of the equity in your home to consolidate all your banking and financial needs. So if you have a house value of $400,000, then you can do a maximum credit of $260 on it. And what you can do is you put all the money in there so as you can see in this example, debt like your mortgage, car loans, and line of credit, it's consolidated into this all-in-one, and then you deposit money into your account when you have it, and you withdraw it when you need it. And instead of using your money sitting in a bank earning minimal interest, it's automatically applied to the outstanding balance and immediately reducing your debt. So you're going to pay less interest over time. And it makes your money work smarter if every dollar is being paid to put to work. Every dollar is being put to work to reduce the debt until it's withdrawn. So we're going to look at another example, Jim in Sinasha, of how it can assist you in helping your financial goals. So you have Jim, he's 35, professional, makes about 100K or more. And Sinasha is a stay-at-home mom, 33, 2 kids, Sarah and Luke, at 7 and 5. And actually at the time of this video, my kids are 7 and 4.5. So Jim and Sinasha's balance sheet, so they have a house valued about $350. They have a van, $25,000. They have 2 RSPs, about totaling $16,000. Honestly, I wish they had more, but they got some debts. They have a current mortgage of 5.75%, an $18,000 line of credit. The loan on the van is $14,000, and then a credit card debt about 28% of $12,000. So total debt of $128,000. They want to pay off the mortgage in 5 years, but their total monthly debt payments are currently $3,200. So how can something like this help them? Well, they want to save for retirement. They want to retire comfortably. They want to start saving for their kids' education. They want to go to Disney. They want to take a family vacation. They want to pay off the mortgage quickly, and they want to have a cushion, some financial security by establishing an emergency fund. So let's look at their home. Their home is valued about $300,000, and we're going to take a look at how do we restructure this debt. So the current mortgage is $77,000, and then there's a penalty to get out of it of $1,400 in this case. Other debts, if we look back on the other slide, total $51,000, and then just legal fees to restructure the mortgage. So total debt is $130,000. Current monthly payments are still $3,200. So how does it exist? Refinancing their mortgage to $130,000 for 5 years at 4%. The new monthly payment is $2,450, $2,450. All the other debts are paid off, and they now have more cash flow. Okay, so all the debt's gone. What a big sigh of relief. And they have more cash. Their now new monthly payment is $2,450, $2,450. See, so we'll summarize a bit here. So in this example, all their debt's now within their mortgage. Their monthly payment reduced from $3,200 a month to $2,450, lowering the interest costs on many of their debts. They now have an extra $750 a month to put towards their goals. They're now able to make monthly RRSP and RESP contributions, as well as they invest in the tax refund from their RSPs into a TFSA. And so they can start funding their emergency fund for vacations. Let's look at Jim and Sinasha 5 years later now. So 5 years later, Jim and Sinasha, their debt has consolidated into their mortgage, and they started investing. Their retirement fund is now worth over $28K, which I think is pretty awesome. Their children's RESP is worth just over 29K. And the TFSA is now worth just over 10,000. And if you look at the RESP, that includes the grant money too. But more important, their goal of paying off their mortgage quickly, it's been realized. They're now debt-free thanks to doing this plan. So that means $2,450 per month has been put towards their mortgage, can now be used to accelerate their other goals. So just imagine that what this debt consolidation through an all-in-one can do for you. So now I want to take a look at very briefly at what solutions can help you do this. So if you're in this situation, if Jim and Sanasha or Mario and Julie are like you, then we can help you. And it just takes a simple message to me to reach out, and we're going to sit down and go through it, how we can help you do this. So another low-cost financing option is a mortgage. As you can see there, the advantages of it are low cost, it's below prime, there's different terms, it's easily readvanceable. The all-in-one we talked about is probably, in my opinion, the best option. Line of credit, you get the revolving facility, low minimum, or a personal loan, you could do it, and those are typically higher. If you want to know more about these, we can chat a bit and let me know more. But I think really, if we're looking at it here, if this situation sounds like you, and it has with some of my other clients, in this similar situation, we applied it, and now they're going to be out of their home in less than 5 years. And actually, when they sell, they're going to move into a new home and use some of that freed up cash to live a lifestyle and use some of that money to live in retirement. So basically, what's your opportunity? We're committed to understanding and respecting your individual goals and helping you achieve peace of mind. You benefit from the expertise and the insight of a dedicated financial advisor. And together, we're going to help you build a personalized plan that's as unique as your individual needs. And we're going to help get you back on the path to building some real wealth and on the roadmap to gain some clarity on everything. And so if you have any questions, or if this sounds like you and you think we can help you with this, and I know we can, I absolutely 100% believe it. I've done it with other clients, and I can do it with you to help get you out of the situation you're in and on the path to building some real wealth. And this is one of the steps, and we can do that for you. I want you to reach out to me, send me a message, or send me an email, and we're going to help you get there, and I can help you do this. Just like the post, send me a message through Facebook, or give me a call, and we can set up a time to chat. And if you have any questions, then yeah, that's great. I hope you guys got some value out of this, and we'll chat soon.